This is Nancy Churnin, theater critic for the Dallas Morning News. I have some exciting news. There's a new theater company in town called the Brick Road Theater, and they are presenting their debut production at Plano's Courtyard Theater. It's the regional premiere of I Do, I Do, I Do, I Do. And we have the director and choreographer Linda Leonard here to tell us about it and to introduce two of its stars.
Thank you so much,
Good
Nancy.
to see you,
Thanks for
Linda.
having us. I am so excited about this show. Schmidt and Jones wrote this show as a two-hander originally. Mary Martin and Robert Preston starred in it, but our production has 4 age-appropriate couples. It's brand new, and these people are incredible. I am the director choreographer, as Nancy said, and I have the blessing to be able to be in the show as well. But more than that, you're going to see 2 of the other stars in the show, Janelle Lutz and Jason Bias. They play couple number 2, and their life's gotten a little complicated, and they have a little conversation about, the fact that nobody's perfect. So here they are.
Nobody's perfect, nobody's perfect. I am human, so are you.
Nobody's perfect, nobody's perfect. Now here is what we ought to plan to do. Let's make a list of irritating habits that we think the other person has.
And once we know our irritating habits, we can correct them.
As for example, now please don't be offended, but because these things exist, I have taken the little liberty of fixing up a little list. Now, you're sure you don't mind?
Oh, I'm absolutely sure.
Well, I think that's very big of you.
Oh, well, my dear, it just so happens that I made up a little listing, too. A pair of socks does not represent the end of the civilized world. If you're out of socks, believe me when I say that there's bound to be a more effective way to get them washed than to stand in your drawers in the middle of the kitchen screaming, "Someone has stolen my socks!"
This is a piece of paper. This is a column which, as you see, I have placed on the piece of paper. This is a list of receipts and bills, what you might call household expense, which I have entered along this line, forming a business-like design inside the column which I prepared upon this piece of paper. This is a total of all those bills. It represents a month's expense, the whole outlay in checks and cash that went for the rent and the corned beef hash. In short, the sum and net result of all the figures inside the column which I prepared upon this piece of paper. Now this, as you know, is a statement from the bank. It must be compared with the total result of all the figures inside the column if we are to know, in terms of cost, just how much money we've made or lost, how far, in fact, we've come or gone. What I'm trying to say is, honey, you're overdrawn. Again.
You chew in your sleep.
Do what?
You go like this.
I don't.
You do.
I've never done that one time in my life.
Darling, please remember I'm your wife. You chew in your sleep. You do it frequently.
But that's absolutely awful.
I quite agree.
You are always late.
You are always early.
We're totally dressed and ready to go. I opened the door, but do we make it? No! It's where are my gloves, my gloves, my gloves, and where is my purse, my purse, my purse, and where are my keys, and where is my hat, and where is my this, and where is my that? If I protest, it only makes it worse. Hat and gloves, keys and purse, pain in the neck, terrible curse. And I would simply like to state that if you ask me what I hate, it's the terrible, horrible habit you have of always being late.
Oh, when I start to tell a story, an amusing anecdote I've read. Oh, when I start to tell a story, I get flustered 'cause I know what lies ahead. It always happens just when I start to tell a story. It makes no difference where we're at. When I get where the joke should be, you say it just ahead of me. I mean to say, it drives me mad.
You give me Russian dressing, which I happen to detest.
You grab the morning papers and you take the part that's best.
Every night since we've been wed, you've worn cold cream into bed. Every night beneath the sheet, must you look like trick or treat?
Nobody's perfect. I am human, so are you. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Now here is what we ought to plan to do. You take my list and see if you can't do a little better.
You take mine and see if we can't notice an improvement.
'Cause nobody's perfect, especially not you.
Not you.
Not you, not you, not you, not you, not you.